everyone, and welcome to your Q2 2024 Twilio Release Webinar. If you weren't able to join last time, I'm Steph Dolan. I'm a senior product marketer here at Twilio. And if you did join last time, welcome back. Just a little bit of housekeeping before we get started. There's no Q&A at the end, just fire away in the chat. So with that, let's warm up those chat fingers. Tell us where everyone's joining from. I personally am joining you here today in San Francisco, and I'm really excited to introduce my new co-host, Alex Goldman, calling in from Denver, Colorado. Alex is a developer evangelist in our developer network, or DevNet, where he focuses on startups. Alex, we've worked together for a little bit, but I still got to ask, what does developer evangelism actually entail?
It's a great question, and I don't think my parents really understand what I do either, so I'll do my best here. But the whole idea behind developer evangelism is to make the experience great for people building on Twilio. I run webinars, I write blog posts, I stream on Twitch, and I talk to startups, all with the goal of helping these Twilio users create great experiences for their customers. And working with startups, I get to see the full range of how people interact with customers and use Twilio. So I'm really excited to be here today to help share all of these awesome product launches. And Steph, what are we talking about today?
Yeah, we've got a lot to talk about today. Our launches hinge on two key themes, so ROI boosting intelligent engagement and evolving trust solutions. Let's dig a little deeper into what each of these entail and how we're innovating to support each theme. So ROI boosting intelligent engagement is how we help our customers use intelligence and data to enhance the way they interact with customers. This means helping them orchestrate messages and communications delivery across channels, service customer and data insights, and deliver really rich functionality. Supporting that theme, we have launches including Flex Mobile, Voice Intelligence, and segment-linked audiences, with more on that to follow. In terms of evolving trust solutions, we know that not every call, text, or email you get claiming to be from a brand is actually from that brand, and sometimes data breaches happen. So it becomes really important for brands to develop deep trust with their customers in the digital world, and they can do that by delivering transparent, branded communications, simplifying user verification, and ensuring compliance globally. To support that theme, our launches include intelligent alerts, bulk email validation, and a few innovations in lookup, and more on that to follow as well.
I'm really excited for these product launches around ROI boosting. I actually just finished giving a talk on the topic of ROI and messaging. It can be so hard to reach the right customer at the right topic at the right time on the right channel.
Yeah, but when you get it right, there's such a magic to it. As consumers, we all know what those awesome experiences feel like. For me, a few weekends ago, it was pretty rainy and gross in SF, and I got a marketing email from a local movie theater about their monthly membership. Going every time the weather isn't great would feel pretty indulgent, but that offer combined with the bad weather just convinced me to get it.
And there is nothing better than going to the movies on a rainy day.
Oh, absolutely. It really felt like they got me at that moment. I'm sold. I just want to be in a dark room with a bucket of popcorn. Please just take my money.
It's amazing how quickly we get to the just take my money phase when you're reaching people with the right message at the right time. This is the power of tools like Voice Intelligence to pull out traits and segments linked to audiences to target the right customers.
Definitely. It's all about creating the right connections. And, those aren't only in the form of outbound comms, they're also inbound. You always want customers to be able to connect with your brand, not just to create those magic moments, but to be able to quickly restore trust when something is not going well. And I think that's the promise of Flex Mobile, the mobile app that lets brands be on with inbound comms when customer care agents are on the go.
Yeah, I actually had a great experience with customer service texting recently. I have a service that picks up the hard to recycle items from my house. I love using them, but they missed a pickup at one point. I was pretty frustrated, but I sent them a text message and they responded super quickly to me and sorted everything out. And it was pretty wild. I actually left the interaction feeling better about them as a brand than before the whole thing went down.
I love that when you reach out because of a headache and a brand actually turns it into another magic moment. So with that, let's dive deeper into this always on support and hand things over to Phil to hear more about Flex Mobile.
Thanks, Steph. Hi, everyone. My name is Philip Borden, and I'm a Principal Product Marketing Manager working with Twilio Flex. And today, I'm excited to cover some new releases, starting with Flex Mobile. Flex Mobile is a pre-built application for iOS and Android that requires zero development effort to deploy. Flex Mobile works with your same users, phone numbers, routing, queues, and customer data. It extends your solution to every employee and gives them access to all of the information and the functionality that you've already configured in Twilio Flex. All an agent needs to do is download the application in the App Store or Google Play, sign on using single sign-on, and place outbound calls, receive inbound calls, and start communicating over digital channels. Now, the application is available today in public beta and can be downloaded for existing users at no additional cost. Additional Flex-only mobile licenses can be purchased at a discounted rate. Now, think about being stuck at your desk all day. It's really a modern expectation that we can communicate over any device wherever we are, whether it's desktop, tablet, or mobile devices. No one wants to miss an important customer conversation just because they stepped away from their desk to grab a cup of coffee or had to pick up their kid from school. Now, as a business, you also need to be able to track these interactions wherever they happen, so you have a better understanding of what was discussed with the customer, how frequently a customer is interacting, and be able to take that data to improve your understanding of who that customer is in relationship to your business. But without any alternatives, employees in the field tend to use their personal devices and communicate over a phone call or an SMS. But this creates new challenges with compliance and tracking. Now, Flex Mobile breaks down these challenges by allowing you to record conversations that happen wherever they are, and provides employees with a compliant way of communicating with the customers while they're doing their jobs and on the move. Now imagine how much more customer data you can receive by empowering employees in the field, in stores, or in customer support and sales with the power to communicate over a mobile application or a desktop application and still have all that data tracked. The real power of Flex Mobile is being able to extend a single solution across your entire organization. Now, as a customer, imagine if you were able to contact a business, but now be routed to a local employee who is able to go into the store, check inventory, and send you a picture of the product that you need to purchase. But they didn't need to confirm who you are via email or either phone number, but they actually had your customer profile available to them. They understood what recent products you've purchased that may be leading you to actually interact today, or maybe needing to purchase a product that complements the recent product that you already purchased and are having trouble installing. Not only is this a better customer experience, but it's also a better employee experience, because now your employees can get up from their desk and actually go do their job as needed while still communicating with that customer. And as a business, you're able to track every interaction, actually take every data point from the interactions that are happening and use this to improve your understanding of that customer over time and how you interact with them moving forward. Now, let's check out a demo of how this could actually be applicable to a customer, once again, calling into a local store with Alice, who is having some issues with her plumbing.
Alice has been wanting to do a refresh on her bathroom for years and decided replacing the faucet was a great place to start. She went to her local Owl hardware store and picked out a beautiful, modern new faucet. She gets home, shuts off the water, and tries to remove the existing faucet, but she can't. There's not enough room for her to use her wrench. When she bought the faucet, the cashier pointed out a new Ask an Expert program that Owl Hardware launched, where you can message or call with in-store pros. She pulls up the receipt and texts the number. Owl Hardware is using Flex and Unified Profiles, so they're able to easily identify her recent purchase and ask if that's what she's messaging. Once Alice confirms that her message is about the faucet, Owl Hardware routes her message to a store employee named Jason with plumbing expertise. Owl Hardware takes advantage of Flex Mobile to enable in-store experts in all 2,000 of their stores. When they're not actively helping customers in their store, a pro is able to help customers wherever they are. It's a great way to help make sure that all the deep knowledge their employees have is put to the best possible use. Jason happens to be 500 miles away from Alice, but that doesn't matter. He knows his plumbing. So Jason dives in and says, "Hi Alice, Jason here. How can I help?" And Alice responds, "I'm trying to take out my previous faucet, but I can't get to it." Jason has an idea as to what's happening, so he asks Alice, "Can you send a picture of the sink and the wrench you're using?" So Alice takes a photo, sends it over to Jason. We'll give that just a second to load up. We see that over here. Jason takes a closer look, and he knew it. The space is too tight. She needs a different kind of wrench for that. We're still putting the finishing touches on Unified Profiles and Timeline in Flex Mobile, so I'm not able to show all the detail just yet, but in the very near future, Jason would be able to reference the faucet she purchased from her order history before advising on a specific kind of basin wrench that she needs. So Jason responds, "You're going to need a specialized wrench for that. Don't worry, they're not expensive." Jason goes over to the Owl Hardware website, finds the exact kind of wrench that she needs, comes back into Flex Mobile, sends the link over to Alice. Now, Jason could even identify the local store from Alice's profile. He identifies that it's in stock and helps her to place the order for her to pick up. Now, let's fast forward an hour later. Alice is in a rush to get back home, and as she's pulling up to Owl Hardware, she calls the same number to see if they can help bring her order out to her car. This time, Unified Profiles helps detect that she has a pending pickup and routes the call directly to her local store, where an employee is able to bring her order out.
Hi, Alice. Thanks for calling Owl Hardware. We see you have an order ready for pickup. Is this what you're calling about? Say yes or something else.
Yes.
All right. Give us just a moment to connect you to the store.
So now we see that come in over here on Flex Mobile. And that store employee is able to figure out that she needs help bringing it out to her car, bring it out to her, and make sure that she has everything that she needs to finish the job.
Now, I don't know about you, but that excites me as a customer because now we're able to interact with businesses and actually get the answers that we need from experts wherever they are. So as we saw with Alice, who was having that plumbing issue, she was able to connect with an employee who's a plumbing expert, but 500 miles away in another store. That employee was able to help her figure out the product that she needed to complete her installation, make a purchase, and schedule a pickup for that at her local store because he understood who she was and what she was looking to do and what her local store location was. Now, Flex Mobile is available in public beta today, so existing users can download the application on iOS or Android, sign on using single sign-on, and get started. But it doesn't stop there. Flex Mobile is now a part of the Flex product roadmap. So new features available on the Flex product and application on desktop are now going to be available on tablet and mobile devices to connect every employee that needs to communicate with customers, giving insight into what interactions are happening and visibility into all of the data from every interaction that your employees are having. Now, let's jump into a quick update on Unified Profiles. Unified Profiles, which helps you understand who your customers are and creates a valuable feedback loop by taking interactions data, your CRM information, as well as data from your warehouse, web, and app activity, all into a single profile of your customer for identity resolution. Now, we've continued to invest in Unified Profiles, and today I'm excited to announce that predictive traits like propensity, churn, and lifetime value are now models available out of the box. Also, computed traits like the channels that a customer likes to communicate on, how many times they've interacted, are also available. These are just a few of the traits that you can take into Unified Profiles and accomplish by using AI to analyze all of your interactions data, as well as all of the data from the sources that I just mentioned, to help you better understand who your customers are and make this information available to any employee. So in the Flex UI, you now have highlights of who this customer is, taking in these predictive and computed traits. This experience is now available on desktop and on mobile. But I'm going to pass it over to Jason for some exciting new features in voice.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jason Spulak, Senior PMM for Voice here at Twilio, and I'm thrilled to announce that Voice Intelligence will be launching into general availability later this month. This groundbreaking solution is set to revolutionize customer interactions and how we learn about our customers, our products, and our brand, while optimizing overall operations. With state-of-the-art AI technology, this release brings an extensive suite of features designed to enhance communication, drive actionable insights, and empower businesses with unparalleled capabilities. Voice Intelligence empowers organizations to analyze every single customer interaction using advanced AI and machine learning, providing deep insights and actionable data. This spring, we launched new language operators to simplify extracting key insights from conversations, introduced sentiment analysis to understand deeper meanings behind the calls, and added call summarization to capture the most meaningful parts of conversations. With general availability, we're introducing several new features to make voice intelligence even more powerful. First up, we have multi-language transcriptions. In today's globalized world, effective communication across language barriers is crucial. Twilio Voice Intelligence now supports multi-language transcriptions, allowing you to transcribe conversations accurately and in multiple languages. This feature ensures you can understand and respond to your customers' needs no matter where they are. With multi-language transcriptions, you can enhance customer support with multi-language services, maintain accurate records for compliance, and boost customer satisfaction through clear communication across multiple languages. Next, we have Voice Intelligence API enhancements. Our enhanced Voice Intelligence API offers developers tools to integrate and customize language operators seamlessly, providing flexibility and adaptability for bespoke solutions. With the enhanced API, you can integrate an advanced language processing into existing systems, customize operators to meet specific needs, and develop scalable solutions that grow along with your business. I hope you're as excited as I am about voice intelligence. Reach out to your account executive today to learn how voice intelligence can benefit your organization and help you achieve strategic goals. Let's embrace this innovative technology to unlock new potentials and secure our place at the forefront of AI innovation. All right, now I have some truly exciting news to share about a voice product that's set to enter private beta this month. It's called Personalized IVR. But let me tell you, this isn't just another product launch. It's a significant leap forward into the future of interactions. So let's unpack what that means for all of you. Picture this, being able to deploy a customer-centric conversational AI IVR within hours, not months. That's the reality Personalized IVR offers. No more enduring those endless implementation cycles. With Personalized IVR, immediate, tangible results are within your grasp. Now let's talk about taking your customer interactions to the next level. We're talking about real-time personalization with unified customer data. Our enterprise connectors ensure that AI agent is armed with the latest customer insights, making sure each interaction is personalized and contextualized for maximum impact and swift issue resolution. And say goodbye to those frustrations of navigating DTMF menus. With Personalized IVR, our native conversational AI, powered by cutting-edge generative AI technology, dynamically learns throughout each interaction. That means no more time-consuming agent escalations. Issues are resolved seamlessly and effortlessly. Imagine experiencing the power of seamless and natural conversations with Personalized IVR's natively integrated conversational AI. No extensive model training needed. Our AI is ready to deliver exceptional customer experiences right out of the box. But here's where it really gets exciting. Empowering your customers with individualized self-service interactions. Our AI-derived traits, predictive and computed, anticipate customer needs and deliver tailor-made experiences that exceed expectations every time. And let's not forget about unlocking the full potential of your customer data. By combining static CRM data with real-time behavioral insights, Personalized IVR allows you to build comprehensive customer profiles before they even press a button. This ensures that every interaction is well-informed, personalized, and impactful. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dawn of a new era in customer engagement, the era of Personalized IVR. Now, if you're as excited as I am about this groundbreaking AI-driven technology, I urge you to reach out to your account executive and inquire about joining our exclusive private beta.
Thanks, Jason. Hey, everyone. My name is Bryn Saunders, and I'll be walking you through the Twilio segment releases for Q2 2024. Let's dive right in. The first release to highlight this quarter is linked audiences. Simply put, this release lets marketers build audiences from data in the warehouse. Using our powerful yet easy-to-use audience builder, you can take object data of any kind and relate it back to the customer profile data that lives in your warehouse for easy activation across channels. The best part? Linked Audiences is a low-code interface that builds complex SQL that will query the warehouse and return a qualified audience list back in minutes. Plus, it's built with a zero-copy architecture, meaning that the warehouse is used as a single source of truth, and the underlying source data is never copied, just the results for audience activation. Linked Audiences will be generally available in Q2. Next, we have Customer AI Recommendations. Some of you may already be familiar with our previous release, Customer AI Predictions, which allows you to predict the likelihood of a customer performing any tracked event and segment. So, where Customer AI Predictions solves who to target, Recommendations solves what to target them with. In our current private beta, we're enabling customers to build recommendation audiences. So what we're doing is making it really easy to automatically determine which specific product, brand, or product category your customers are most likely to purchase. So then you can send them targeted audiences to downstream channels, like ad platforms. This new customer AI feature can help you quickly provide customers with more relevant and personalized experiences that boost conversions and grow average order value. As a reminder, this feature is currently in private beta and will be generally available in Q3. Finally, we have customer AI generative audiences. Now, this is the first generative feature we'll be launching, which will empower marketers to create targeted audiences in minutes, all with a simple text prompt. Now, instead of going through every stage of our audience builder in Twilio Engage, you can type out the specific audience you want to build into a text box, and Engage will automatically generate that audience for you. Here's a quick example. You could write, create an audience of customers who have spent at least $50 in the last year and have visited our website but not completed a purchase in the last 30 days. Ultimately, this will save marketers time, boost productivity, and reduce time to launch for campaigns. This feature is now generally available to Twilio Engage customers. All right, thanks everyone.
Awesome. Thanks, Bryn. This is really cool. I always love seeing how the tools and features we develop help enable these magic moments. So really awesome how we're helping brands use data and predictive AI to do just that.
That's the Twilio magic. And now we're going to transition to talk about trust solutions. While the last few releases focused on your outbound comms, this part will focus more on how you're getting the most out of Twilio.
Yeah, I'd imagine you talk a lot about getting the most out of Twilio when you're working with these smaller, scrappy startups who just want to get the most out of everything. So what tips do you have for them, or really any org of any size?
So many tips. It's basically all I do. One of my go-tos that happens to be relevant here that I always tell startups is that they need to check their lists. That is, they need to use tools like bulk email validation and the lookup API to make sure they aren't sending to invalid emails or the wrong phone numbers. It costs money and it can hurt your business's reputation.
Definitely. Both of those can really rack up costs and impact the business. And, one of the lookup features we're talking about today is actually an SMS pumping risk score. Have you worked with any startups who've experienced that?
Unfortunately, I have. It's happened a few times that I get contacted by startups whose Twilio bill was run up by fraudulent SMS. It's usually results in them not being able to pay their bills and having an outage, so they can't send text to their customers. Something like this can break a startup and cost larger companies a ton of money.
Yikes. I mean, that's really awful. And unfortunately, it's not unique to them. Like, SMS pumping is only on the rise. And because that's so top of mind for a lot of the brands we work with, we've developed tools to make combating issues like that a lot easier, like Intelligent Alerts, which detects anomalies in messaging traffic and alerts a brand before it becomes a massive issue.
That is such a useful feature. I'm glad we built it, and I can't wait to tell all the startups about it. And now let's hand it over to Will to tell us more about Intelligent Alerts.
My name is Will McKenzie. I'm a product marketing manager here at Twilio. They have the pleasure of walking you through some of the innovative features and products that we're launching in the coming weeks around the future of messaging deliverability. A few years ago, we launched our Messaging Insights product to give our customers a deep understanding of how their messaging platform is performing. And we set the standard with how we are giving you all access to your data. We are showing you messaging volume, deliverability, the status of your messages, error codes, so on and so forth. And these are great features, right? Like, this is the standard of what reporting should look like across the board. But here at Twilio, we saw a lot of gaps with our customers. We saw that there needs to be a deeper understanding of your messaging traffic, especially as you start sending thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of messages for your customers. So we went back to the drawing board and we tried to understand, what do you all really need? And we looked at a few of the key problems. And that is, interacting with your messaging data after delivery only can get you so far. So the questions I have is, how often are you actually monitoring and adjusting your messaging traffic to optimize for peak deliverability? Is it monthly, quarterly, yearly? And also, are you only checking your insights when there's a deliverability issue? That completely makes sense. There's some people who don't check under the hood of their car unless there's smoke billowing out. That's understandable. You are busy building and growing your business, and you don't have the time to sit and look at insights to see how everything is performing. You should be relying on Twilio for that. And lastly, message deliverability is complex, right? there's aggregators, there's carriers, there's industry players that all play a role with how your messages are being delivered. So the question you need to ask yourself is, how are you defining success across your messaging traffic with channels and sender types? Is it based on, is my messages getting delivered? Are they being opened? What is your barometer for how you define success? And so we ask ourselves these questions as well, is what will make our customers' lives easier? And what we kind of realized is that we need to be the experts in how to optimize your traffic, not you. So we also learned that reactive insights are only holding you back from the optimization and delivery of your messaging traffic, which is why we've invested heavily in our insights to make them more actionable. So we are launching proactive insights and data powered by intelligence for optimized message deliverability. We're tying together traffic, data, and AI to create the most intelligent and transparent messaging platform out there. So with this launch, we're kind of giving you a handful of new features to play with. And we're excited for you to dig in. And I'm going to walk through each of these to show how they impact how your messaging is really delivered and how you monitor your insights. So first is intelligent alerts. And this product proactively monitors your traffic for anomalies. And it's not just anomalies for the whole industry, it's anomalies based on you. So it is analyzing the last week, month, quarter, year of your messaging traffic and seeing, is there anything going on outside of normal parameters? Are more filtering actions being taken place? Is there messages not being delivered? And so when these things happen, we will send you an email to let you know in near real time, allowing you to troubleshoot. Last year during Cyber Week, we had a handful of customers utilize this product. And if you think about it, during that time, millions, if not billions of messages are being sent in the ecosystem. And that's a stressful time for everyone. And so for these customers that are really focused on engaging with their consumers, they don't have time to sit and monitor and wait for something to go wrong. They need to focus on their customers, which is why intelligent alerts is so beautiful. They can sit back, focus on what they're doing, and when an error occurs, they'll get an email. But that's only the first part. We recognize that just getting an alert that something's wrong and an error code doesn't help all that much if you don't know how to fix it. So that's why we're also launching our intelligent discovery assistant, which is an AI chatbot that you can use to further troubleshoot the errors that you're experiencing. So this works directly with intelligent alerts, and it also works with our recommendations product, which is also new, which actually gives you a personalized action that you can take to achieve better deliverability and performance on your messaging traffic. It is diagnosing your messaging solution along with intelligent alerts and discovery to make sure that you are using the right products, features, and ultimately that your solution is architected in the right way to achieve maximum deliverability. So we've kind of covered notifying you, how to fix those problems when we notify you. But another problem we recognize is that so often VPs, C-suite level employees are asking for an overview of how are we doing with messaging? Are they being delivered? And what a lot of people do is they spend time building a report, pulling down data, and building out this presentation or a spreadsheet to show them how it's doing. They look at it for 30 seconds and they move on, which is why we are launching our deliverability score, which is a quick and simple overview of how your messaging traffic is performing based on delivery, compliance, fraud, scale, and engagement. And not only does this highlight the areas which you are excelling at with your messaging, but it also shows the biggest opportunities for improvement by giving you this one number and a detailed description of why you received that number that really give that one up big reporting piece of data so that you can report up, that you can have a good understanding of how you're all doing, how you're architected, and where to invest in. And then lastly, the two other features that we're improving on and launching is our logs and feedback. Logs, table stakes, right? It gives you deep, detailed messaging data around individual messages in 400 days worth of that data. Really exciting that you can dig in. This is for developers to understand how their messaging solution is performing. And then for feedback, it's actually allowing you to give feedback and receive more personalized alerts and recommendations for enhancements to your messaging solution, such as OTP, You can give trackable user actions and give deeper insights possible for deliverability. So with all that to say, this is a small list of products. There will be more coming. We are completely revamping how you all interact with your messaging data. Thank you. I'm going to pass it over to Chanel so she can talk to you about some of the email updates that are coming from our side.
Thanks, Will. To just introduce and start the conversation about bulk email validation, I always like to start with the problem. Customers receive so many email addresses through formats, and they just need a way to validate that the emails are real. This occurs in the console for marketing users and as a bulk endpoint for engineering. So when we talk about the benefits, we really narrow it down to 3. One would be maintaining data hygiene. In spring, we introduced it as a spring cleaning for your email list, just as you would declutter, organize your home during spring cleaning, removing items you no longer need or use. Bulk email validation just helps businesses to clean that up and organize their lists by removing invalid, outdated, or inactive email addresses to reach your intended audience. So that brings me to the second point of trying to reach that intended audience. And it's so important to do with email because by doing so, businesses can ensure they're reaching that clean and engaged audience when they're sending out their emails. So that helps to improve the deliverability and engagement rates simultaneously. So in sum, it's all just really about tidying up and optimizing your email list for better results. And last, it's just deliverability, but it's deliverability at scale, which makes all the difference in bulk email validation. So what's different about this is that it allows customers to check the validity of up to 1 million email addresses all in one go. So we'll return how likely the email address is to be valid, what factors go into that decision, including typos, MX records, and other factors. So the way it works is you upload an email list. You can upload a CSV file containing a list of email addresses that you want to validate to SendGrid's email validation API. And it will check, as I mentioned, for syntax errors, for domain validity, and whether the email addresses are temporary or disposable. And then it will produce the results. So once the validation process is complete, SendGrid provides a full detailed report with the validation results, and that will typically categorize them into valid, invalid, and disposable. So now let's dive into the how and the why you would use bulk email validation. When a customer is just joining SendGrid, you'll have to go through new customer list cleaning. So you'll have so much amount of data. Our customers always come in with so many email addresses stored that could benefit from email validation API. So when you're ramping up your email traffic with a new provider, it's important to be particularly cautious of bounces. Bulk email validation is a valuable component in making that process seamless, but bounces is just a metric that you have to pay attention to, especially when you're making your own list, just onboarding customers onto that new platform. So the metric I said to pay attention to was bounce rates. High bounce rates are direct indicators that email addresses in their list are invalid or non-existent. So that result, if negative, can impact a sender reputation score, cause legitimate email to be sent to spam. This is sort of why it's like, this is that first great step into lowering those bounce rates, because it's otherwise difficult to identify the source of those issues. When you're trying to send emails like terms of services, for example, to put or marketing push to the entire user base, they'll be contacting a much larger audience than normal. So inboxes are more responsive to those changes in behavior and can lead to high bounce rates and spam reports. So removing all those invalid or outdated email addresses from this list prior would result in better deliverability. Just to highlight a few of our recent launches as well, we also launched Twilio signups for SendGrid and Segment. Put simply, 64% of brands say that their own customers are frustrated with inconsistent experiences. So we made the sign up flow simple and easy to log in. So Twilio sign up for SendGrid and Segment allows customers to use one single identity across all of Twilio products and expand reach to their channels. Also entering private beta at the end of Q2, early Q3 is SMS in marketing campaigns. So Customers who use marketing campaigns and have existing Twilio messaging spend can easily create and send one-to-many promotional text messages via the MC console. Stay tuned for more information. And with that, I'll pass it over to Seb.
Hi all, I'm Sebastian, a product marketing specialist here at Twilio, and I support Twilio user authentication and identity solutions. As you know, trusted interactions rely on verifying real unique users, but sometimes this process can reduce the user experience. And user experience is a key piece of it since it can increase user conversion, boost engagements, and revenue. Here at Twilio, we offer Lookup, an API that leverages mobile-based signals to improve security while enhancing user experience. And today I'm excited to share some new additions to Lookup. First, we continue investing in our SMS pumping fraud solutions at Twilio, and we want to share that Lookup SMS Pumping Risk Score is now GA. Lookup SMS Pumping Risk Score allows businesses to identify traffic that has been associated with SMS pumping fraud in the past or artificially inflated traffic, and decide whether to block traffic or not. It is a great tool that uses the power of Verified Fraud Guard that can be built with other Twilio APIs, such as Twilio Programmable Messaging or Voice. On top of that, it can also be used as a standalone product or as part of your decision engine. But that's not all. Lookup SMS Pumping Risk Score can be integrated with other user authentication providers. Lookup SMS Pumping Risk Score will help you reduce your overall SMS OTP cost, increase conversion rates, and keep fraudsters at bay. Persona, one of our customers, has effectively been able to prevent SMS pumping risk fraud attacks as part of their protection strategy and hasn't seen any spikes since its implementation. Second, we also want to share that Lookup Reassign Number is also moving to GA. Businesses want to communicate effectively with customers. Unfortunately, customers don't always update their contact details, including phone numbers. This not only complicates contacting customers, but also comes with the risk of contacting the wrong person, which is not only a waste of resources, but can also include potential fines, such as TCPA in the US. So how does Lookup Reassign Number help? In simple terms, it answers the question, does this number still belong to the person I think it does? By confirming, it can ensure trusted interactions between businesses and customers, confirm messaging consent, optimize messaging spend, and also help clean the business database. The best part, it can be used for several reasons, such as verification, promotional messaging, alerts and notifications, and other general user engagements. Finally, we also want to announce that Lookup Identity Match is now self-service in the US. It leverages authoritative data to confirm phone number ownership in real time and helps prevent fake account creation and streamline onboarding for users. That's all here, and now let me pass it to Steph and Alex to wrap things up.
And that's a wrap. Thank you so much to all of our presenters, and a big thanks to all of you for taking the time out of your day to join us and engage with us as we talk about Twilio's innovations.
And we'll be back next quarter with more releases, so keep an eye out for another invite for the end of September 2024. We'll also send out a follow-up email with resources for you to review with all of the launches that we presented here today. And finally, we have a special request for you. Please let us know how we're doing. If you could take a minute to fill in the survey, it helps us see how we're doing and continuously improve. And there's something in it for you too. If you're joining us live and you fill in the survey, you'll be entered to win a $100 gift card. So please use the QR code or the link in chat to leave us feedback. And thanks again for joining, and we hope to see you back here in September.